It's me again, AJ, everybody's favorite mental health advocate. Hope everybody enjoyed Music in Motion for mental health illness. I have 2-year-olds running around my living room, but I just wanted to address something really quickly. I know our country right now is in a very, very emotional state, especially because of a lot of the shootings and suicides and bullying. October seems to be everything month. National Domestic Violence Prevention. NAMI, National Association for Mental Health Illness, had a, okay, this part's gonna have to be edited. Mental Health Illness Awareness Week at the beginning of the month. And there's also Bullying Prevention Month and Breast Cancer Awareness and some of everything. That just tells me that as a nation, as individuals, we have some work to do. But regarding mental illness, I want to say this. Not everyone who's mentally ill. Remember we were talking about in the video, 1 in 4 Americans, 25% this and that. Not everyone who's mentally ill is violent or criminal or psychotic. I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor or anything, but I'm not going to tell you what I heard, okay? 25% of this country is comprised of mentally ill people. People living with mental illnesses, such as myself. However, 5% of that number, cross-reference it with any website that you want to, 5% of that number only are people who are quote-unquote demented or psychotic or criminally insane and all of that. What the media is propagating is that it's everyone. And that's not the case at all. I've never hurt a soul. I obviously live on my own. I don't live in an institution. I've never been, to jail or anything like that. All of that are stereotypes. The media tends to cover things, and there's excessive coverage for a reason. It's called ratings, and hysteria sells. And it's easy to say that, okay, everything on the news must be accurate because we keep seeing it. Think of it like this. Every time you turn around, it's a black person's fault. Black people have AIDS. Black people are only in prison. There's only single parent households, and we know that's not the case. So if we can believe that there's this black middle class or Cosby Show lifestyle or all black people aren't the same, why is it so difficult to believe that for those living with mental illnesses? Again, 25% of this nation, it's a truck going by, lives with a mental health challenge, but only 5% of that number. Everything you're seeing on TV, believe it or not, it's only 5%. So what's going on with the other 20%? And I guess that would leave 75% that we know of. Look in the mirror and go up the porch steps to your glass house. And you'd be surprised, the striking similarities, okay? I guess everyone's getting up, going to work, taking care of families, trying to live functionally, and all of those things. Like I said, I don't know what makes a person burn down the building and sit on top of the ashes and sing It's a Small World After All. I don't know what causes serial killings. I can't say, what would make someone... I'm coming, sweetheart. I don't know what would make someone want to, chop heads off and eat their babies and all of that. That is a very small percentage of people who is living with mental illness. It's not everyone. So my heart goes out to, and I want to say rest in peace to Jesus, all of the victims that we've seen in the last 6-7 months alone. There's no such thing as, well, you can tell someone who's mentally ill, you can tell someone who's crazy, you can be functioning perfectly fine in the eyes of others and battling internal hell, and no one would ever know. What was his name? Lee Thompson Young. She's very successful, very handsome, well-off Disney star, basically, who grew up and managed to escape rehab in prison, shot himself this summer. He blew his brains out, and everyone in Hollywood, from who he used to work for at 10 years old up until now, had nothing but good things to say about him. We don't know. I have my good days and bad days. I just took my pills 2 hours ago. Thank God, I'm sure my neighbors are happy. But I'm just saying that's not everyone. 1 in 4 Americans do live with a mental health challenge, including myself. But out of that number, it literally is only 5% that are dangerous or hurtful, and it's not an exact science. I have no idea, but I will say that we can't generalize, and that's what my channel is about. So if you stick around, you'll see I have some explanation videos. I have some of me just being goofy. I'll show you. Come here, sweetie. Come here. I'm borrowing the neighbor's kid. Come here. Come here. Can you give me a hug? Okay. we're going to say hi to you too. And you know what we're going to talk about? Say stigmas, stereotypes, and solutions. Okay, he wants to go play. So, yeah, that's what we're going to cover. Stigmas, stereotypes, solutions, and accurate information. And my addiction to music. So, hey, that's how I cope. And you'll get a couple of things out of this channel. So, I'm not going to talk anybody's heads off. I just wanted to give you some accurate information and a welcome to Agyei Writer, okay? Check out Music in Motion. Yeah. That will show you creative ways, positive ways, and healthy ways without hurting yourself or without keeping it all bottled up to deal with this. I like to exercise, I like music, I like to eat, I like to cook. Just an average person, just like everyone else. Okay, I'm sure that's debatable, but I have my ways of dealing with what I live with, and I can only suggest to others. And yeah, you'll find some interesting things on this channel. So that's about all. Mwah. Wellness wishes, and I'll be back in a second, okay?